All right, hello YouTubers. I should have did a video when I first got this unit of all the stuff I've done with it, but I'm actually going to be getting rid of it. I'm going to sell it. I got a guy coming to get it tomorrow, but I'm really sad to see it go because for my first little Mini X, it was one heck of a machine. We dug out a ton of things with this, stacked, I don't know, 2-3 semi-loads of rock. Probably more than that, probably 4-5 semi-loads of rock for retaining walls and stuff. Dug out ditches, just trenches, graded with it. If anybody's gonna buy an excavator for just all kinds of things, I would recommend an angle blade. If you're doing any kind of ditch work or grading, I mean, you can feather this thing. You can have that, that windrow of soil go wherever you want. The only downfall with an angle blade is you get a little bit more play in here this way. So sometimes, the machine will rock a little bit, but a lot of times too, you're on uneven ground. You can actually turn that blade and get it right where you want. So this does have a short stick. This is a 2013, and it has the 28 horsepower motor. It's got like a 10-2 or 10-foot dig depth with about a 17-foot reach. Thing's been solid. Runs quiet, doesn't really eat that much fuel, and I'm gonna actually go to the white machine, the Bobcat, and I'll do a video more on that one when I get it. But this thing has been awesome. I really hate to see it go, but I wanted to get a cab after not having a cab. I want to get a cab. Just a few times where I want to be using the machine and the weather's been not quite, and plus I have it sitting on a piece of land that there's not really a lot of people by, and I want to just make sure it's all locked up and the weather's not getting to it. I don't know, just a reason, I guess. But didn't really have any issue with this thing. Bucket is just, I think, solid on here. 12-inch bucket. We were trenching some clay 6 feet down, 7 feet down, and it just, it works right through it. So in any event, the reason why I want to do this video is because I've, searched the internet like everybody else of, okay, what do you get? Do you get another Kubota? Do you get a Cat? Do you get a Bobcat? Do you get Yanmar? I'd like to get a Yanmar, but there's no dealers around by me. What do you get? So I tried a Cat 304, dot, what are they, EC2 something, long stick, a 2016. Nice machine, but it didn't have the the rollers that go out. You see how that roller comes out on the outside of that drive there? I believe that gives you a lot more stability. So if you grab it onto a piece of rock and you're turning this thing over and trying to, dump some dirt, that 304 Cat just felt tippy, even with just the bucket and the arm going over. So I didn't like that. I tried a new Kubota, brand new Kubota with a cab, a U35 4. Nice machine. I'm particular to orange. I don't know why. But anyways, I thought it was loud inside the cab. I thought it was louder than this machine. It didn't come with a radio. It has less dig depth than this one. It has less reach than this one. It's a 25 horse because now they're all going to, meeting the emission standards. So I really wanted to go that route, but after, looking into it, and then they have a U35 and then you go right to the U55. Well, for me, the U55 I just don't feel safe moving around. It's just a big unit. And then they have the KX040. The KX040, which is a conventional swing, this is a zero swing. That thing is a massive machine. It's got a lot of power. You got conventional swings, so you're going to have a lot of lift capacity with that. But I don't want a conventional swing because my luck, you're going to be doing something, you're going to forget about it, and bang. I'm working in between buildings, in the woods. I never know where I'm going to be. And again, I didn't want to have to worry about that. So I was trying to find a zero swing machine, and the Cat I thought would be it, but that actually didn't. And the 304 is a little bit bigger than this. It's kind of in between a 5-ton and a 3-ton series, 3.5-ton series. So I don't know, I wasn't, and then I looked at the Bobcat, and I never wanted to look at Bobcat because I'm like, they're Bobcat, right? But I'll tell you what, after doing some research and looking at the E35 with the new R series and running that machine compared to the U35-4 new Kubota, man, that thing was quiet. That cab was spacious. You could see out of it. A couple things that, and again, I don't know why they do it. I suppose if you're running more attachments and augers and that, every time you want to use the thumb, you got to hit this, charge button. Okay, I don't know if that's a safety feature or what, but you always got to hit that button in order to use the thumb. So on the Bobcat, you don't have to do it. It's live all the time. The other thing that I thought was kind of neat is your boom swing is right here on the floor, on the pedal. That one actually is on the joystick. Another thing I like. It comes with a radio, and the radio is actually accessible. It's right on the side of you, and it's not behind you like the new Kubota. What they wanted to have the radio behind you. Not a big deal, right? You're gonna pretty much set it and forget it anyways. So those are some things that I was considering. The Kubota, it's got some nice storage on it for grease gun and that kind of thing. Bobcat still has that. Kubota comes with a guard protector on your swivel ram. The Bobcat doesn't. I think the blade is a little bit more heavy duty on the Kubota than the Bobcat. And not on this one, but the new ones, they have an orange marking so you know where center is. I guess if you can't really eyeball it, it'd be nice to have that. But the also thing I was thinking about is that on this Kubota is you have a wear point here. So this point right here matches around this thing. So as that bucket curls, it's always wearing on here. So what happens is you start getting slop in here. This quick change, I'm telling you, it's very simple. You just get it up in the air about at this angle and you just push down on it and this pin comes right out. Boom. And I found that the wire works the best. I've lost bolts and stuff like that. But anyways, you pull the pin out and the bucket should hang on there if you have it, about right where it is. And then you just, unhook it and then you can grab the other one, put the pin back through. So you got to get off. Bobcat's got the X change, so it's all hydraulic. The only thing with the Bobcat is that actually that X change comes down inside the bucket a little bit, so you lose a little bit of volume, not much. Now, the breakout force. This thing has got massive breakout force, and if you look at the specs, again, I know it's all on paper, but the breakout force on the Kubota outshines pretty much every other excavator. I don't know why that is in their class, okay? I don't know if that's because, they measured at a different part, their bucket's different, they're using a different linkage setup here. I'm not really sure. No one can really give me any information on that, but I know this machine, if you're trying to do tree roots or digging in clay, this bucket it's massive on the power, all right? The Bobcat also has a little bit different line setup, so you don't have these lines when you're digging in the trench, which I think will be a little bit nicer. A lot of people don't like this thumb. I don't know. I kind of like this thumb. I thought it worked really great for grabbing on big ledge rock and setting that. The Bobcat, the swing cylinder is on the other side. So if you're tight against the wall and you are going to kind of swing this way, you got that knuckle to worry about. However, if you were tight against the wall this way, I don't know how much you really would swing that way. So just a couple things that stuck out between the two machines. And for me, the dig depth and the reach were another reason why I wanted to get another machine. Cab, reach, you never have enough reach, and dig depth. Where I'm working a lot on hills, I need to get down as far as I can on the riverbank or on the hill bank and set rock and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go with the extended extendable arm on the Bobcat, and I don't know if I'm gonna hate it or love it, but for me, I think I've used it. I think you're always sitting somewhere, and if you're setting ledge rock, you got rock all around on pallets, right? And you're trying to grab this one or that one, and it always seemed like the one you wanted to get was just out of reach, right? So you had to get the boom back up where you safely, so you can move it, get the blade up, move the machine, grab the rock, and then go back. So I'm hoping, at least with that extended arm, I'll be able to get 30 more inches of reach. So Anyways, I want to do just kind of a quick video on this U35 and tell you that, you know, if you're in the market for a used machine for, you know, working around your house, you're going to build a house or just do something, you cannot go wrong with these. You know, they're hard to find, especially right now with the economy booming. Everybody wants a Mini X. Track system, never really had a problem with it, other than I had the track come off once, but you just, you know, take the door off there, let that grease come out, you know, undo that thing, let the grease come out. Use your hoe to push back the idler wheel. You know, get it in the drive sprocket, and then, you know, you'll obviously get it up in the air, right? You want to have the blade down and the bucket down then, and then let it run, and it should run right back on. Throw some grease in it, get it nice and tight, and you're good to go. So this is a U35 2013 with about 1,700 hours. And I got a guy that's going to come and get it. He's happy as heck to get this machine, so hopefully they'll have good luck with it. And we'll go on to the next one, and we'll do a little video on that one. So anyways, just want to post this. Hopefully it answers a little bit of questions for you.